right now, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that snow band that was once over Fort Worth has now transitioned over Dallas County. But before I want to get to that, I want to show you one more picture. This is our friend Leo. He is inspecting the snow for us. This is in East Plano, and you can see there quite a little bit of depth. So this was actually before they got the big band of snow that you see here in Denton. And Denton now seeing quite a bit of a clearing, but the temperature is still down to 21 degrees. It feels like 7. Here is a look over Dallas. You can see, if you look closely with a darker background, you can see those flurries still flying. Like Jason mentioned, it looks like Dallas is getting the worst of it now, and that is because that snow band is the heaviest right over Dallas into Collin County. Temperatures at the moment in the mid-20s there, and this band of snow is ending from west to east. We're seeing a lot of it exiting Tarrant County, moving right over Dallas County, and that's where we're seeing snowfall rates of about 1 inch per hour. And behind this, west of I-35, it looks like we're just seeing flurries, and that's going to be the case really the remainder of the day. A closer look at where that snow is ending that line, it is anywhere from Frisco to Louisville to Southlake. That snow will end here in about half an hour, and then it'll continue on to McKinney, Plano, and Dallas, where we'll see that ending. But you can certainly see that drier air slowly pushing in. Now, this is a huge system that's impacting a big portion of I-35 all the way south into South Texas, and we're seeing that winter mix extending just to the east of Waco into the Austin area. So certainly a lot of people impacted by this system. We're going to show you here how the rest of the day plays out. This is around midday on your Thursday, and we can see that snow continuing to kind of taper off from west to east. Just a few flurries expected for this afternoon as the cloud cover sticks around. And look at those numbers. They're not budging much. Greg's going to talk about that here in just a moment. We'll continue to see a winter mix this evening, more towards east, southeast Texas, closer towards Tyler, down towards Houston is where we're seeing some of that activity later on today as we start to clear out. Here's how much more we're expecting: less than 1 inch. If you are west of Interstate 35, you're done for the day. But an additional ½ inch to 1 inch not completely ruled out for that big snow band moving through Dallas and Collin counties, even into portions of Greenville, Sulphur Springs, into Paris. And some locations south and east of the area still seeing some of that winter mix. So any ice accumulations are still going to be possible. A 1/10, quarter of an inch, not ruled out for portions of East Texas. So here's what I need you to be prepared for. Noon to about 5, if you're in the Metroplex, we're going to see more snow than sleet. And the high winds, those are here to stay. That's what's bringing down the visibility. It's what's bringing down the wind chills. And the snow will continue to taper off from west to east. Ice-covered trees, that's going to be something to look out for, because those tree branches are heavy, and once the winds kick up, like they have been all day, those could snap. And unfortunately, sometimes power lines are nearby. 5 p.m. overnight, we're going to see a clearing sky, but then that bitter cold is going to set in. And because it stays cold, the accumulations that are ongoing, those are not going anywhere. So that's what's going to keep the roads a little bit of a mess here overnight and into your Friday. I wanted to bring you now your attention to Greg Fields. He's here to talk to us about the temperatures across the area.
Yeah, because you were just mentioning how we're not going to be warming up. It is going to get quite cold tonight, so this won't be melting. And we are still talking about some bitterly cold air that moves in as we head into tomorrow with those temperatures falling. Marielle was just talking about how it's going to clear out tonight. We'll still have those stiff winds, though. And as we look at temperatures out there right now, we're in the low 20s, and that's where we're going to be as we go through the rest of the afternoon. Those north winds in that 15 to 20 mile per hour range. We'll have some higher gusts up around 25, maybe approaching 30 miles per hour. So yes, we are talking about some bitterly cold wind chills, and this is what it is right now with those wind chills in the single digits. 8 above in Dallas, 6 as we head over to Fort Worth, 7 in Denton right now with that wind chill, and 8 in McKinney. So yes, it is going to be quite cold. Granbury, Mineral Wells, feels like it's 5 above there for you right now. So we'll see those temperatures and those wind chills as we get into the early mid-afternoon hours, mainly maybe getting back into the lower 20s, but we're still looking at temperatures in those wind chills down in the single digits, maybe in some areas lower teens mainly, I think, as we head into the afternoon and early evening. And then we'll be right back down into the single digits as we head toward 10 o'clock tonight. Those temperatures already falling into the upper teens, right around 20 degrees. You see 7 above is what it may feel like as we head toward 10 o'clock tonight. Now, as we look at the overnight lows, we'll be down in the mid and upper teens for tomorrow morning. These are going to be the actual temperatures, but we'll still have some fairly brisk north winds. So check out these forecast wind chills for tomorrow morning. Yes, well down into the single single digits. It could feel as cold as 1 above, maybe 2 with that wind chill heading over to Dallas. So yes, bitterly cold for tomorrow morning. Now we're looking at those temperatures. Really not going to warm up a whole lot on Friday. We may hit freezing after that morning low, somewhere around 18 or so. And then we're talking about temperatures down in the low middle teens once again on Saturday morning before we finally get above freezing, as we'll be in the upper 30s and then low 40s, I think, on Sunday. Still that overnight low, though, right around 20 degrees. And then we'll steadily warm up as we head on into next week with 50s and 60s, more of what we would expect here across southern North Texas as we head on in to the middle of next week. So we'll finally get to thaw out.